Nerazzurri fans from all over the world, welcome to the Interglobe for the most epic match in the history of the Champions League. Inter-Barcelona 4-3. I had the luxury of being in the stadium 15 years ago when Inter defeated Barcelona 3-1 on the first leg of the semi-final, but this was better. This was more exciting, more unexpected even. Aaron Sorkin, Quentin Tarantino, Woody Allen, the Coen brothers, Oliver Stone. No screenplay writer could have created a plot like the one we've seen a few hours ago. Thank you so much, Inter, for what you have done. And something else I wanted to talk about is that in Italy we use the word gufare, which comes from gufo, to just define the supporters and the fans of other teams, namely mostly Juventus and Milan, who basically try to hope to watch the game of Inter and to hope that we will lose. And the origin of this word comes from gufo, which is owl. And this bird in ancient times was associated with kind of morbid situations and bad luck, because probably it's being a night bird, this was kind of inspiring the negativity around it. And there were also some legends around this bird, that he was actually a bird that used to eat his own mother. But from that belief came the word gufare, and so there were so many gufi from Inter and Juventus for this match. That's something unheard of. It was really tough to swallow on social media, and that's why I really feel so happy that all these owls are finally dead and they have to swallow this bitter destiny that sees Inter triumphing and getting to Munich. What a satisfaction. The word epic, the word proud are often misused or overused on social media and in general in life, but this time we need to talk about epic and we need to talk about pride, because what Inter did is unheard of. This is the 7th final that we reach in our history, the 3rd that I see in my life. The first one I was in Madrid in 2010 and we won it. The second one I was not witnessing in Istanbul the defeat with Manchester City. And let's see this 3rd one. I will try my best to go to Munich on the 31st of May. But in any case, it's something amazing. Let's just dive into this match and talk about it, because it's such a pleasure to do so. First of all, I want to spend a few words on the fans. The stadium was filled in every seat and was so alive, finally, since even before the game. So the energy was palpable. It was electric, really. And that definitely played a role in our victory. We managed to score, all in all, 7 goals against probably the best team in the world between the first and the second leg. So this is also something simply incredible to think about. And talking about the match and how we started it with the right mentality. So Inzaghi was a master in preparing it. And in the first half, apart from a couple of occasions for Barcelona, we dominated it. And we were able to score thanks to a play by Di Marco, who conquered the ball in a very important area of the field close to the box of Barcelona. And then he gave it to Dumfries, who just gave it to Lauti, who managed to score the first goal. Such a delight to see again how we cheered for this occasion to become a concrete goal. And when it did, the whole stadium was just screaming their hearts out, and it was so amazing to see it. And after that we managed even to score with this play in which Mkhitaryan did a wonderful pass an assist for Lauti, and while he was almost shooting, he got tackled. At first it seemed like a fair tackle, but then looking at the replay, it was obvious that it was a penalty, and Chala, I mean, the pressure was up to the sky, and he managed to score a brilliant penalty. The goalie going on one side and he's scoring, and the ball going on the other. And Szczesny is a good goalkeeper when it comes to saving penalties. So amazing goal. And again, you know, we just go in the locker room on a 2-0 situation. We have everything to gain from the second half. Yet, when we came back, Barcelona tried to play against, they didn't let these 2 goals prevent them from playing, just like they did in the first leg. And I have to say that they deserved to come back. We suffered 6 minutes, 2 goals. The first one, the one from Garcia, was a mistake by Di Marco, who just didn't mark him. And as we know, Di Marco's strength is not in defense. He gives his best when he's attacking. So this was the first goal. And on the second goal, I believe Barella kind of left his man, and Olmo tied it. And after that, we were able to regroup, because most teams would have lost it after such a series of punches. But we were able to regroup and to still play with our dignity, although the strength and the energies were clearly going down, so I was really worried. And at the minute 87, they score with Rafinha. For me here, Darmian has the responsibility, because he was late on the first shot and he was not able to attack Rafinha on the second shot because he slid and he was out of the action. And at that point, with that sort of goal, with 3 minutes to go, every freaking team would have collapsed. Not Inter. Just like Rocky, we came back. Just like Rocky. And we had the strength to score in the 3rd minute of extra time, thanks to the goal scored by Acerbi. That reminded me a lot of the goal that Germany scored against Italy in 1970 in Mexico, when the defender of the German team was already heading towards the locker room that was behind the goal defended at the moment by the Italian goalkeeper. And so just by chance, Schnellinger found himself close to the Italian goal and managed to score. So the fact that Acerbi was there playing basically as a center attack at the very last minute of the game reminded me that, and he was able to put it in with a delicious touch, with a wonderful touch. And that was just a miracle. I can't define it in any other way. A miracle that brought us to the real extra time, not the kind of injury time that was given after the 90 minutes. And in this extra time, at the minute number 99, Tikus Thuram, after a match that was so consuming for him, managed to just leave the defender behind, give the ball to Taremi, splendid assist for Fratesi, and the goal that makes San Siro literally explode. And after that, we managed to just keep our goal safe thanks to an extraordinary performance by Sommer. He really reminded me of Julio Cesar against Barcelona again 15 years ago. Let's have a look at the players and at the votes, because they all deserve to be praised. Maybe there's one who didn't manage to get a 6, but all in all, it was incredible. Sommer, 8. The saves he made, 4 or 5 in general, but one in particular that really, again, reminded me Messi against Julio Cesar in 2010, was sublime. What a freaking goalkeeper, humble, but incredibly precise, professional, amazing, reactive, explosive, incredible. 8, Sommer, amazing. Bisek is a 6+. He played in general fairly well, apart from a couple of balls that he lost that could have been dangerous, but all in all, considering the level of the opponents and the level of the match, I think he deserves a 6+. Acerbi 8, the Lion King, like Schnellinger in 1970. Amazing, not only in defending but in creating this goal opportunity. He even scored another goal before, but it was in offside. So, you know, where does he find the strength to play this way at 36? God knows. A-Train Dumfries, it's an 8. 2 assists and always dangerous on the wing. The first assist to Lauti is almost more than an assist. It's like half a goal because he put Lauti in front of an empty goal. And the second assist is the one that actually gave us the chance to go to extra time with this pass to Acerbi. And he displayed a lot of grit in that play that then brought us to tie the game with Acerbi, because the ball seemed lost, then he recuperated it and he was able to kick it in the middle of the box, and so that's really amazing at that point of the game especially. So it's definitely an 8 for A-Train Dumfries. Bastoni 6.5, amazing save in the first half and then physically dominant in general, so great game. Barella is probably the only player that for me didn't get a 6 but a 5.5, because yes, he did a couple of decent shots during the match, but he wasn't impeccable on Olmo when he scored, and he lost too many balls, really too many balls, and some of them really dangerous. So for me it's a 5.5. Sultan of Swing, Chala, 6.5. Not 7 because he made a terrible mistake when Mkhitaryan almost gave a penalty to Barca with that foul right outside of the box. So that was really dangerous. So that's why I don't give him a 7 and only 6.5. But he has the merit of scoring the second goal with this amazing penalty. So all in all, definitely a positive game from Sultan of Swing. Mkhitaryan 6.5 as well, almost scored at the end of the first half with an amazing shot from outside of the box. He made the assist to Lauti that led to the penalty, so 6.5. He was able to survive in the midfield where the opponents were just going faster than him, so this goes to his merit definitely. Drone delivery Di Marco 7. Key pass for the first goal, and in general very good in containing Yamal, better than Carlos Augusto unexpectedly, because the first leg showed us that Carlos Augusto was better in defending, but I have to say that Di Marco did pretty well. Yes, he kind of lost track of Garcia in the first goal of Barca, but all in all he was good. Let's give him maybe a 7- because of this first goal, kind of loose way of marking his opponent, but very, very good performance, 7-. Tikus Thuram 7+, because he kept the team up and scared all Barca's defenders throughout the game, and then he made that assist after 99 minutes. I mean, he was so tired he had to even lower his socks, but he scored basically. No, I mean, he didn't score, but he created that play that then he gave the ball to Taremi, and Taremi passed it to Frattesi, who scored. So that was something amazing, and all in all he fought and he really gave it all, so it's a 7+ for him. Lauti 8, because coming from an injury 6 days ago, he was able not only to play almost the whole game, but to score one goal, even though it was an easy one, but he was there, and to gain a penalty. So it's a very important match played by Lauti, so that's an 8. Going to the substitutes, Darmian 6, he lost 6- because he lost Rafinha on that goal, although he did make another couple of interesting plays and saves apart from that, so it's a 6-. De Vrij 6.5, always amazing when he comes in, you know, in focused, precise, really good. So it's a 6.5. Frattesi, it's a 7.5. When he came in, I really felt that he could have an impact on this game, because it was not a game in which we were attacking, but mostly defending and counter-attacking, and that's when he gives his best. So 7.5 for him. He scores the decisive goal, surely dedicating it again to his granny, and he goes and celebrates just like last year in Inter-Barcelona, when we basically won the Serie A, not mathematically but psychologically. So he went to celebrate in the same spot at the gate, so that was really wonderful to see. Zielinski, 6+. He kept order in the team when everybody was tired. He kept the ball, he protected it, so good performance, 6+. Carlos Augusto is kind of, another player who doesn't get to 6. It's a 5.5, because Yamal really humiliated him, and we put him in the pitch just to contain Yamal. So he didn't help much forward, and he suffered a lot in the back, in defense. So it's not sufficient, let's say. And then Taremi, 7. I have to really praise Taremi in these two matches, because he was really also key in many plays, and he gave the assist to Frattesi in a very punctual and intelligent way, so he deserves a 7. Simone, we're left with Simone. It's a 10, Simone. You've done miracles with players who are not up there with the other 3 teams of the semifinals of the Champions League in terms of absolute value, in terms of salaries, in terms of budgets. You literally have done a miracle. 2 finals in the Champions League in 3 years is something that mainly we have to give merit to you, because the way we play, the way we prepare the matches is something that we have never seen before in Inter's history. So only Herrera was able to reach 2 finals of the Champions League. So you already represent the second best coach of Inter's history. I would be so happy to win this cup, mainly for you, to just give a seal to what you have been able to do. It's a 10, and I hope you will stay on Inter's bench for the next 10 years. Oh my God, it's such a happy feeling, you know, I couldn't believe it. We've done something magic, something unheard of. And I would love to speak about this match for not 18 minutes, but 18 hours. Because the emotions I felt, the suffering as well, because when they scored on minute 87, I have to confess, I just was sure we were going to lose. In fact, I bet in that very moment, like nothing much, but like 70 euros on Inter's defeat in the live match, and I lost them gladly. And this actually is something that I don't like about my personality. When those situations happen, I give up. I just give up. So I have to really applaud the spirit of this team, and I think that this kind of spirit can take us very far, even in Munich. Let's hope so. Anyway, this is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please punch the like button and subscribe. This is very important for me, and it's just such an honor to be an Inter fan. Thanks so much for watching, and see you soon. Amala, amala, pazza Inter, amala.